So I wanted to continue on my last thing when I was talking about Black Americans don't take on African immigrants' experience because we don't have the same position. And some people might say, well, Africans go to these places because of the colonization. They took the resources, kept the people in a certain position, and then they corrupt the leaders, which is completely true, right? Because they will keep a corrupt leader and keep them everyone else poor. But then again, it's like, well, we're coming from a place that's wealthier. But the thing is, as Black Americans, that wealth was built on our labor. We were never paid for it. When people are looking at a multi-billion-dollar football league, who created that? When they look at a which employs a lot of people. When you look at a multi-million dollar college football franchise, which people created that? They wouldn't have been able to do that with their talent alone. That was us. So that keeps a lot of people employed. We're looking at the music and dancing industry. Who's top at that? Keeps a lot of money comes in because of us, and we keep a lot of people employed. When it even becomes to the dominancy and the money of America, whose labor was that built off and never repaired for it? So yeah, you can say, well, it's a privilege coming from a wealthy neighbor. It's not a privilege for me. It's my right. It's my birthright. These industries that feed people every single day are built off of our culture. And in the beginning part, we never got paid for it. So if we're coming from America, that's a wealthy nation built off of our labor and our talents, our physical athleticism, our cultural talent, even our ingenuity and inventions, because I'm actually going to look up how many inventions and patents we have versus other races and show that for our small population, it is outsized. I have a suspicion about it, but I'm going to go see as compared to how big our population is. So even the innovation, off the top of my head, air conditioning you love, street lights, GPS, help. It's like so many things that they've colonized that we are responsible for. So it's not even athletic, cultural. It is intellectual talent. Okay. So if America is a wealthy nation, we built that wealth. To this day, these industries are built off of our culture's creativity, the backbone of our social influence, and built off the backbone of literally our people and our labor. So it is our birthright to come from a wealthy nation. We've built a wealthy nation. Now it's time for that wealthy nation to pay us back, and the spiritual karma is coming, so it's going to end up in the physical eventually. So I just don't want anyone to ever downplay the fact that with Black Americans come from a wealthy nation, we built that wealth. We were paid for it sometimes we weren't, but the entire industries are based off of our culture. Our world influence is based off our culture. When everyone's watching the Olympics and they're watching LeBron James, Steve Curry, Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, and these are worldwide athletes that are watched and beloved by billions, tuned in by millions. So all these advertisers get all these dollars, not just in America. Who built that wealth? Who built that wealth? So yes, we are different. So I was saying, like, our experiences are not the same as African immigrants. And some people might say, well, we have to because they colonized our land and you come from a wealthy nation. We built that wealth, and half the times we didn't get paid, or our inventions and patents were colonized. So we have the patents, but they make it in such a way it's hard to get it off the ground. And so people with white dollars came in and did it. Although we're getting better at keeping it within ourselves and sourcing and crowdfunding because the internet makes that easier. But we come from wealth because we built wealth, literally off of our backs. So no, everyone be like, oh, it's a wealthy country, you're privileged. No, that was our birthright. That's the least we can take from how we built and constructed this entire country. The least. And how it's currently ran today by us. There was a ChatGPT prompt that said, what if Black people all left? It was going to be like the fall. Healthcare workers, transportation workers, skilled laborers in every single department. They wouldn't be able to replace us. So yes, it's a wealthy nation. And please understand, we built that wealth. Paid or even unpaid, still it comes right back to us. All right? Just, just be clear what our power is.